One such demon, who could kill humans without even touching them. One such demon, who was risking her own life to save humans. And one such name, that made fear appear in Muzan's eyes the moment he heard it. Hanafuda Earrings. In that crowded night, Tanjiro was standing closer to Muzan for the very first time. His breathing was heavy. The anger in his eyes was clearly visible, because the person standing in front of him was the same man who had destroyed his entire life. But then, without any fear, Muzan walks toward an innocent man and calmly pierces his neck with his fingernail. At first, nobody understands what just happened, but the very next moment, the man starts screaming in pain. His veins begin to swell. His eyes turn blood red. His body starts shaking violently. And before anyone could react, that human begins turning into a terrifying demon. The entire area fills with screams. People start running in fear. Some were trying to protect their children, while others pushed through the crowd just to save themselves. And taking advantage of all that chaos, Muzan disappears into the crowd, as if he was never there in the first place. Tanjiro immediately tries to hold down the demonized man. He had already realized that if he wasn't stopped right now, even more people would die. A woman falls to the ground, badly injured. Tanjiro shouts loudly, "Please, hold pressure on her wound!" But inside his mind, only one name was echoing: Muzan. Filled with rage, Tanjiro turns toward the crowd and roars, "Muzan Kibutsuji! No matter where you hide, I will find you, and I will cut off your head myself." Even the people around him become terrified hearing his voice. Just then, the police arrive at the scene. All they could see was a young boy holding a sword while fighting a violent man. The police immediately surround Tanjiro. "Hey you, step away from that man. Put your sword down." The situation starts becoming even more dangerous. Tanjiro couldn't figure out how to explain the real danger to everyone around him. But suddenly, he smells a strange fragrance. The scent was incredibly calm, like a breeze coming from a garden full of flowers. In the middle of all that fear and bloodshed, that fragrance strangely felt comforting. Tanjiro slowly turns around and sees a mysterious woman standing there. Beside her was a pale boy with white hair. In a calm voice, the woman says, "Don't be afraid. We are not your enemies." Tanjiro immediately realizes that scent wasn't human. Surprised, he asks, "You are a demon?" The woman smiles gently. "Yes, I am a demon, but I do not kill humans. I'm also a healer, and I want to destroy Muzan too." That woman's name was Dr. Tamayo. At that moment, the police move towards them again. But suddenly everything starts changing. The officers begin seeing strange illusions. Some see walls shaking, others see the ground cracking apart. This was Tamayo's blood demon art. She could confuse people's minds using her fragrance. Taking advantage of the confusion, Tamayo, Yushiro, Tanjiro, and Nezuko escape from the area. But standing far away on a rooftop were two dark figures. Their eyes were locked onto Tanjiro. Meanwhile, Muzan had already left behind his fake family and entered a dark alley. The smile on his face had completely disappeared. Suddenly, a group of thugs blocks his path. "Hey, rich guy, hand over everything you've got." Muzan simply stares at them silently. There wasn't even a trace of humanity in his eyes. One thug angrily grabs Muzan by the collar. But in the very next second, Muzan snaps his arm apart. His scream echoes through the entire alley. Another man charges toward him, but Muzan breaks his neck effortlessly, as if he was nothing more than a toy. Nearby, a woman was holding a little daughter while crying in fear. Her entire body was trembling. "Please, let us go." But there was no emotion on Muzan's face. Slowly, he walks toward her and pushes his fingernail directly into her forehead. In the very next moment, her veins begin swelling. Her body shakes violently, and then her entire body explodes right there. Her daughter starts crying uncontrollably, but Muzan walks away without even looking back. For the very first time, we truly understand just how terrifying Muzan's blood really is. An ordinary human simply cannot survive it. After that, two demons appear from the darkness before him. One carried colorful tamari balls in her hands, while the other had strange arrows spinning inside his eyes. In a cold voice, Muzan commands them, "Go, find that boy, the one wearing the Hanafuda earrings, and bring me his head." Both demons smile wickedly. Elsewhere, Tanjiro returns to the same noodle shop. The shopkeeper was still frightened. Bowing respectfully, Tanjiro apologizes. "I'm sorry, your shop got dragged into all this trouble." The owner smiles softly. "It's all right, son." After that, Tanjiro finishes his meal. Tamayo continues observing Nezuko carefully, because Nezuko is completely different from other demons. Then Yushiro leads them into a quiet alley. Tanjiro becomes confused, because there was no house there at all. But then, Yushiro waves his hand through the air, and suddenly, a magical hidden house appears before them. Tanjiro's eyes widen in shock. This was their secret home. As soon as they enter the house, Tamayo begins talking to Tanjiro. She explains, "For the past 200 years, I have been researching Muzan, and during all those years, I was only able to turn one human into a demon." She looks toward Yushiro. That person is Yushiro. Tanjiro is completely shocked. Then he asks, "But how do you survive without killing humans?" Tamayo calmly replies, "I buy small amounts of human blood, only enough to stay alive." Then her eyes move towards Nezuko, and she becomes stunned. This girl is controlling herself without eating humans. Tamayo realizes Nezuko was different from every other demon. But suddenly, Yushiro shouts loudly, "Get down!" And in the very next second, a powerful tamari ball smashes through the wall and crashes inside the house. The entire house starts shaking violently. Cracks spread across the walls. Tanjiro instantly pulls out his sword. Outside, the two deadly demons sent by Muzan were standing there. And now, the real battle was about to begin.